football. The Maryland Terrapins kept me awake late on Friday and Saturday night with leftover turkey and pumpkin pie. Saturday night, I had to brew myself a fresh pot of coffee for that Kansas State game. I had hockey going on and college football. This guy I've known since he was a little boy. I'm so proud of him. I coached him over in Golden Ring Middle School many, many years ago. He has now moved to be the assistant coach at the Maryland Terrapins, and our old pal Orlando Bino Ranson joins us live via satellite from College Park, where the Terps are undefeated. Bino, nice start, man. Nice work. Good job up there in Brooklyn over the weekend.
Thanks a lot, Nestor. Thanks for having me. It's been fun thus far. We got a great group of young guys, and just been a lot of fun.
Well, okay, so first things first, it's obvious for anybody that made it through the marathon last year into the Sweet 16, seeing the players, the Carters and the Diamond Stones and Jake and all those guys running around, they're all gone. This is a whole different thing for you, for Turgeon, for Mello too, and Dodd and the holdover guys to try to figure out who the new players are and how this whole thing's going to mesh together. As much as last year was sort of thrown together with one-year players primarily, this is a group of young freshmen that we're seeing playing time, and we're seeing guys that are going to be around for a couple of years.
Yeah, and it's no surprise to what they're doing. When we recruited them, we knew that they were very capable of coming in and having an immediate impact on our program. So to see them doing what they're doing is great, and it's something that we knew that they could do.
Well, how it translates. I mean, let's talk about Kevin Herter because, I had heard a little bit about him in the offseason. I mean, really incredible defensively, and I think that's the thing that strikes you from a young player's perspective to see him play the kind of defense he's played. Yeah,
Kevin Herter, he has a great basketball IQ. His dad was a good basketball player up at Siena, I believe, and he has great length. And, when we recruited him, he was like 6'3", he grew to like 6'7", so that has helped him defensively because, he's not the quickest, but, what he don't have in quickness, he makes up with great length.
Well, and I think for all these guys, we're trying to figure out where the strengths, the weaknesses, who's going to be able to shoot the three, who's going to stay out of foul trouble. But it really all does come back to Mello at this point. And I don't know that he got lost in it last year or what his health was like or where his confidence was. I remember seeing you at the Purdue game out there that we lost out at Mackey late in the year last year when he didn't look himself. It certainly looks like he's taken this thing and the dedication of this thing to a whole different level. This is his team this year, and I think that goes without saying, right?
No doubt about it. Mello, he came in with a mindset that he was going to work hard. He wanted to win, and not worry about NBA and all that stuff. And you can see that he's just playing without thinking.
Well, and I think the natural part of him saying, give me the ball in the last 2 minutes of a game where he's going to be the one to take a shot, he's going to get his shot off. And, by the way, if they send him to the line, what was your lifetime percentage from free throw? Because that's something that, everybody has a number, right?
About 83.
You were 83, were you?
Yeah, that was about 84% from the line.
I would not want to get into a competition with Mello Trimble at the charity stripe. I'll tell you that.
No, Mello is cold-blooded, and that's a testament to him. He works at it. He works before, he works after practice, and he just totally dedicated himself to the program, and you see what's happening.
Well, Justin Jackson as well. You talk about a guy with wingspan, and I know for some of these young players, you've been out on the recruiting trail to see these guys in. Must fill you with pride to see these young guys come right on in right away. Now, we're not in the Big Ten yet, and it's going to be a whole different set of challenges coming their way next month. But here in the early going, to see Georgetown, to see Kansas State, to see some of the teams that you played, that these guys fit in and feel like they look comfortable to me, quite frankly.
Well, once again, when we recruited Justin Jackson, we knew that he was very capable of doing what he's doing. He's a very versatile player, 6'7", 7'3" wingspan, and he used to be a point guard. So he has those instincts, and he's one of the top players in Canada. Played on the national team in Canada, so he's been battle tested before. So to do what he's doing is no surprise. But he's a great player, and he too works before and after practice. So what you see is because of hard work.
Is there something about this that it makes it even more exciting that we're talking about freshmen, Bino?
Well, hey, no, man, I love it. I love it. I love when a young guy can come in and play right away. Because that says something about how you're recruiting.
Well, in the case of Anthony Cowan, another guy seeing considerable minutes here early on. Smaller guy and certainly a local guy getting a lot of court time. And, I don't think there's any question when you see these guys out on the court, it's because they've earned it behind the scenes with you guys at practice. That these are your decisions to send these young guys out there.
There's no doubt about it. You first and foremost, you can be recruited one way, but you have to come and you have to bring it every day in practice. And that's what those guys have done. They demonstrated that day in and day out, and the reward is what you see, and which is playing time, and you look at these guys. They're not out there making a whole lot of mistakes as freshmen. You know what I'm saying? Whereas though you're like, well, he's a freshman, he got to play through his mistakes. They're out there instead of making mistakes, they're making plays.
Well, Bino Ranson joining us here, my old pal. He is the assistant coach of the Maryland Terps. Terps taking on Pittsburgh on Tuesday night. So for the weekend to do the Barclays thing, you played big-time college basketball. You've been recruiting for over a decade now in various places. You were at Xavier before this. And, a lot of times you go down and you play a game in Cancun, or you go to Puerto Rico or Alaska or some of these bigger tournaments. Turgeon decided to take on this Barclays thing this weekend and go up to Brooklyn. A little thought about the team bond and doing that sort of thing where you didn't have to get on an airplane and go 10 hours and you weren't laying on a beach. I'm sure the weather wasn't all that good. It was all about basketball up in Brooklyn this weekend, right?
Yes, it was all about basketball. It was a good, like you said, it was a good way for us to bond together. And actually, this is our fourth year in a row doing a preseason tournament like this, and we won four. That was our fourth. That was our fourth straight preseason tournament, dating back to the Cancun Challenge. Then we did the Virgin Island deal, and then we did the CBE thing in Kansas City, and then this year the Barclays Classic. So we've had great success with these preseason tournaments, and what they've done, they've actually helped us bond as a team in a program.
Mello, I don't think excuse me, Mello's your partner. Bino, in these games, they've been so close, right? And I know you'd rather have a laugher, but there's come a critical moment, even in the Towson game. Stony Brook stayed close, but certainly the Richmond and Kansas State games, where you needed a shot late, where Mello is there for you, and you have that sort of a guy that can do that. Something about these close games are really going to help you guys out, I think, on some of these cold nights when you get out to Illinois and Iowa in a couple of weeks,
Yeah. That's what these games do for you. They help you out. So when you get into conference play, you're ready, you're battle tested, and you can always reference that to your guys that, hey guys, we've done it before. We've done it before. So there's no need to panic, and let's just get it done.
This is a nice week as well with Pitt and Oklahoma State. You get some home cooking here, but also some big schools, right? I mean, this is where you're going to see more of the type of thing you're going to be seeing in the Big Ten a couple of weeks from now.
No doubt about it. Pittsburgh, they're coming in on Tuesday, a veteran team, well coached. And that's something I want to say also. Coach Surgeon, I mean, he's done an outstanding job with this group. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Coach Surgeon and the job that he's done in terms of orchestrating the way the guys are out there playing. But Pitt is coming in. They got a veteran team, and they have a local kid, Jamel Artis, who played down at Dunbar. So they're gonna come in fired up. We're 7-0, so it gives them a chance to put something on their resume, but that's something that we're not trying to let happen.
Well, you're watching all these other teams get upset, right? I mean, you're scoreboard watching like everyone else. You see when Indiana gets tripped up and when Michigan State's struggling and whatnot. Early in the season, it doesn't always come together well, and you don't always make the big shot at the end. So far, so good for you guys, man. It must have been a real nice trip back from up in Brooklyn after Saturday night, Bino.
Oh, it was a great bus ride home.
I bet it was.
It was a great bus ride home, a lot of laughing. Just to be honest, since it was late night, the guys got a lot of rest in. Guys got a lot of rest. They were able to, catch up on some homework, and it was great.
Well, hey, man, it's always great catching up with you. Don't be a stranger around here as we get into the schedule here. Have a great holiday out there. It's been a lot of fun watching you guys play. We'll be watching on Tuesday night. You guys take on the Pitt Panthers.
Thanks a lot, Nestor. Thanks for having me.
You got it. Bino Ranson, my one-time child prodigy basketball player on the only team I ever coached in 1988. True story at Golden Ring Middle School. There he is, the assistant coach of the Maryland Terps, Bino Ranson. You can check him out, Orlando Ranson. He tweets out on Twitter. He's also my Facebook friend as well, and you can find him over there where I put all of our live stuff now out on Facebook Live as well as on our YouTube WNSTV channel. Anything you miss, you can find in the bio. Toyota Audio Vault 24 hours a day from anywhere in the world on your mobile device by downloading the TuneIn radio app. We come in crystal clear. Breaking news happens first on the WNST text service. That is all brought to you by Coons Ford of Security Boulevard. Dennis Kolatzis will be here on Thursday driving you home from 3 until 5 in the usual position. No Thanksgiving this week. We'll have to get some turkey and some... I'm still working on my eggnog. My store's been out of eggnog this week, so... Send eggnog, whatever you're doing. Wednesday night, we're going to be up at Christopher Daniel in Timonium. First time we've done a live show there. First time we've been there in a long, long time. I go back to the parlay amongst many other things there over 30 years. But we're looking forward to chatting with Zach or as well as our special team player, Anthony Levine, who's a fun guy. Looking forward to chatting with him. That's Wednesday night. We'll be swabbing for the Bone Marrow Registry for There Goes My Hero. Thursday, we move the party up to Greenmount Station in Hampstead, Carroll County. Dennis Pitta will be joining us, number 88 in your program, number 1 in your hearts. It's been a little while since we've had Dennis out, of course, with his injury, and we will be looking forward to swabbing for the Bone Marrow Registry in Carroll County on Thursday night. I always have the great Christmas lights on our way out there as well. Nasty at WNST.net reaches me, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Snapchat, Instagram, streaming live on Facebook Live as well as on our YouTube WNSTV channel. Little Terps, little Caps, little Orioles, little Ravens. We're having some fun this week. We are WNST.net, AM 1570 and WNST Towson, Baltimore, and we never stop talking Baltimore sports.